Apparently what happens in Vegas doesn't always stay in Vegas. Dr. Frank Vigiano is just back from the 2013 Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's considered the granddaddy of all consumer electronics show, where techies show off thousands of the newest inventions. And Dr. Frank brought back a few of his favorite new products to share with us here this morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Good to be back.
Yeah, it sounds like it was fun,
It was
huh?
phenomenal. In fact, we have so much. We'll be back on February 5th. And we have just so many cool products.
Does it just blow you away, the capacity, the amount of stuff?
Yes, in fact, Stephanie goes with me, my daughter, and we have a couple other folks that help us, and I cannot see the entire show in 4 days.
Oh,
that's
my
how big
goodness.
it is. Yeah.
That is huge.
I mean, if you people could relate to it, so let's say the Monroeville Mall,
okay.
It's probably at least 10 to 15 of the Monroeville Mall, if you can imagine. That's how big it is.
That's
huge. And it's different venues throughout the city, so it's not just at the convention center.
Yeah.
They have things at the Venetian Hotel and so forth. That's great.
Amazing.
Yeah,
cool.
fun
All right, well, you narrowed it down to some of your favorites.
Oh, by the way, before we begin, a good friend of mine just had an operation. John Tessiris in Indiana. Just want to wish him best recovery. Very nice, very nice. Well, what's this thing? This is the coolest thing. I mean, that's why I have it up first. It's made by Escort. It's called Mobile TV. Now, you'll notice that it has the 30-pin connector that goes into the iPod or iPhone.
Oh, okay, right.
And it has a little antenna. How about that for a throwback? An antenna. So what is it? It's the first television system, called Mobile TV, that has been just released in the country, and you're going to be able to watch television completely free from any tablet or phone.
Oh my goodness.
And
now
wait,
is it like by broadcast?
Right, it's by broadcast. So think of it over the waves, because this morning Larry and John interviewed me on the way in, and I explained to them that the FCC does not allow you to charge for service over the airwaves. If you put it into a cable, you can charge. Okay. But if you put it over the airwaves, so
you're
basically
just going to get the broadcast network.
Right. So here's the way this works. It's a digital television signal that's broadcasted and rebroadcasted by all the consortium. This would be 35 current TV stations in the country, and you're looking at probably over 90 channels. So I can be in Pittsburgh and watch TV in Minneapolis.
Really?
Right here in Pittsburgh, from that little device.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that incredible?
I don't understand really how that works.
Well,
I trust you.
Well, think of it this way. A signal goes out, KDK would pick it up, KDK then rebroadcast all of the other stations that are part of the consortium, and you pick and choose which channel you want. Amazing. So, this way your parents eventually could watch us live in Florida
no charge.
No charge.
Is
$99.
Okay, that's $99. And does it work on like an iPad also?
iPad, iPhone, and they're going to introduce Android next month, so that way all the platforms will have it.
Amazing.
Isn't that cool?
All right, what's this?
All right, this is Lockstack. Yeah, it's called Splash Stack by Lockstack. Now, we've had some of their things on before, because what you do is, you basically, they have they're plastic, and you put your phone in, or anything you want to protect. But the benefit of this, they're tough, they're high strength bags, and they're waterproof to 200 feet. Isn't that cool? Yeah. So whatever you put in them, right? Whatever you put in them is waterproof.
With a zipper.
Yeah, see, it has a zipper, then inside are the lock stacks, see?
Oh, okay.
So
I was
you put your device, you put your device inside those bags.
Oh, cool.
They pack 3 to a unit. Isn't that cool?
And then I love it's got a little, it's like a bag. You can just carry it around.
Right, so this way if you're boating, you're at the beach,
Yep.
anywhere that you would see, sand, snow, rain, doesn't matter, it protects it. Very cool.
Nice.
Started at $14.99 and up.
Great.
Now this is pretty cool. As far as, green things, I love these. This is by Eton. They come in 3 different colors. They're red, silver, or 4 rather, black and white. And really what it is, it's a 2,000 milliamp battery. Now what does that mean? I'm going to pick up the red one so our audience can kind of see what I'm going to do with it. And you see, it's a crank. Oh. Okay? So I'm going to crank it, right? Now you'll notice that when I point the unit towards the camera, you see the blue LEDs? That tells me I'm putting energy into the battery. So now I have no power. I'm out of power from my phone, right? I'm in my car. I have a problem with the car. I can't make a phone call. I can actually, if I wind this
How many times do you have to crank that
for
thing?
1 minute, I can make a 30-second phone call or send 3 texts.
Oh my goodness.
So this will charge any device. And you
Talk
see
about old-fashioned antennas and the crank.
Isn't that great though?
You got to go back to the old-fashioned
stuff sometimes.
sometimes.
Well, the thing is, what this gives you power anywhere, anytime.
Yeah, if your car goes down, you can't charge it. Even if
right, and you have no batteries, and you're out. So you're talking on the cell phone. The cell phone runs out of power. Now Eton jumps in with. Isn't that really cool?
Especially if you're like hiking or something like that.
Oh yeah, and
cool.
and with the things that happen, like basically with Sandy in New York, people had no power.
Point.
Great idea.
Yeah.
So car, purse, suitcase, keep one with you.
60 bucks?
60 bucks can be it.
Very nice.
Okay, now this next product is kind of cool. This is it's Boogie Board. It's really
That's a
neat.
fun name.
Yeah, it's by Improv Electronics, and you'll notice I already have something written on there. It says PTL with Christine and Dr. Frank.
Oh, cool.
Okay, but what it is, it's basically a tablet. So if I push this button here, notice it erases it.
Oh.
Okay, and I have a stylus. If I take the stylus, I can basically write on it. I want you to feel it because it feels just like paper and pen. So now we're saving paper. Say goodbye to the paper. So, you know, any type of notes, see, memos, or
And
lists.
what do you do? Do they just erase, or can you send them somewhere?
Well, you can send, one of the units allow you to send it. What this allows you to do, and this also has a magnetic back, so you can put this on the refrigerator.
Okay,
So it
like
sticks
a
to
dry
the fridge.
erase board or
Right,
whatever you
like a
wanna
dry
use it
erase
for.
board. So it sticks to the fridge. So you want to write the kids a note because they're not up yet, and you leave for the studio. You can do it with a Boogie Board.
Wow, Boogie
Isn't that
Board.
cool?
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
40 bucks?
Yeah, it slips in a briefcase purse and a small grid for kids even on road trips.
Yeah, oh, fun. All right,
Now
what's this thing?
This is great. This is a demo, but I want to explain this to you because this is really cool. We always look for energy, you know, related products. And Lutron has introduced a switch that now dims every single light bulb you could possibly install in your home.
Oh, wow.
So incandescent, halogen.
Oh, because usually those aren't able to dim.
Right, and CFL, you know, the ones that spin, the spiral guys, okay? Those CFLs are hard to dim. And this is LED.
Oh, my goodness.
An LED for the longest time. So let me just show you what it does. If I turn it on, you'll notice that it comes up.
Yep.
Now watch when I touch it to dim it. When I touch it, look how smooth it dims. Look how nice, Christine.
Oh,
you
my
couldn't do that
goodness.
before, see?
Now, can you keep it on a dim setting then?
You can to
just...
watch this. You see this little rocker that's here?
Okay.
I'm going to just pull it up.
Oh, look how
See?
nice. It's
See?
nice and light.
Right,
Now
so it
it's
goes
bright.
5% up every time I touch it.
isn't
Now
that
this next
cool?
product, which is really cool, this is their occupancy sensor, okay? Put this in a child's room, bedroom, garage. You walk in, the light turns on.
Oh, wow.
It
So it's got a
automatic,
sensor.
right, and it automatically, you can set it so when there's no activity or 15 minutes later, the light goes off because kids don't turn lights off.
Oh, yes. That's a great idea.
Isn't that a great idea? Right,
Oh,
and for
very
27
cool.
bucks, you can't beat it. And then what they did is they took the dimmer, the C.L dimmer, and the occupancy sensor, and they put them into one unit. Look at this, is brand new. So now this is both for $54. If you buy this and install it, you save $25 a year. So in 2 years, you have the entire thing paid
That's
for.
amazing. Now, is this just for the one outlet at a time? Is each
So every light switch you have in your home, okay?
is for the $54?
Right, exactly.
Okay.
So, but you're saving.
I need that.
Yeah, it's amazing. So
Yeah,
so
I'm bad about
you just
turning
pull
the
out, you
lights
just
off.
pull out the existing switch, put in the new switch. Done.
That is amazing.
Isn't that
Very
great?
cool.
Isn't that cool? All right, we're going to move to the safe.
Okay.
I love this product. This is something I found at the show. It's really
That's a safe. I've never
Yes.
seen one so colorful.
Yeah, it's called My Cube Safes. And what it is, they come in 6 different colors, which you can see here. We put a little banner up there
Fun.
so our audience could see that. But here's the benefit. A lot of times, especially in dormitories, you know, at the university, kids complain that things are stolen. So now you can put your laptop in here. It's the first one ever
isn't that
allows
smart?
you to charge the laptop. So if you take a look inside,
my
I have a
gosh,
laptop.
isn't that
Actually, the
smart?
laptop should actually be on the top shelf. You see there's a power,
I see the
connector back
outlet.
there. Right,
Isn't
exactly.
that
But what's
smart?
really neat about it is it protects your products so that people don't steal them.
Yeah.
They come in 6 colors, 389 bucks. I think it's a great idea. Isn't it
That
cool?
is so smart.
And the fact that you can charge your electronics in it overnight.
Right, because you
Yeah,
don't
so
want
when-
to just leave it.
Right, so you go to bed or you leave for the weekend.
Yeah.
Right, you don't want to take the
It's gonna
laptop,
be
you
dead
charge it,
when you
right.
come back.
It'll
Oh,
come to
that's
almost
a
any
cool
laptop.
idea.
Isn't that cool?
Very nice.
All right, now this is by Tivo. This is great. A lot of times people that have cable in particular don't have enough storage space on their DVRs.
Oh, right,
Okay,
right.
people are looking
I'm
for
always
that.
trying to erase
right.
something.
So Tivo has a 2 terabyte. That's quite a bit of space inside.
Okay.
Recording that allows you to record 300 hours of high definition video.
Oh, that's a lot.
Which is pretty. Oh, it's a lot. Absolutely. So people were looking for alternatives because they're saying, gee, you know, my cable box only allows me 80 gigs. You know. And there's just not a whole lot of, that's not a lot of room. So by the time you fill it up, you have maybe 12
Yeah, a couple
programs.
movies
right.
and you're done.
This will allow you to also record 4 programs at one time.
Oh, wow.
So
Very
4
cool.
programs at one time and 300 terabytes, which is a lot of room.
Wonderful.
It's
Okay,
by
how much
Tivo.
is that one?
And this retails for $3.99.
Okay.
Cool.
So I think we got time for about one more. What do you think?
This is probably one of the coolest things I found at the show. You see how small this is? I'm going to bring it up so our audience can see it. Notice it's a standard USB cord.
Yeah.
Right? And this is by Energy. But if I pull it, it becomes there's a mini.
Oh.
Okay? If
So
I pull it
it's for-
again, it's a micro.
Oh my
And on the very top, it's basically the iPhone. See? So now I can charge 3 different devices with one cord.
Well, because now it is hard.
that
They're all
cool?
different sizes now.
Right.
So
So you know what happens? You're looking for a cord. Now you've got 3 in 1
that
for
is
19
smart,
bucks.
and it's so tiny,
Yeah.
$19.
It's called the Magic Cord.
Very cool. All right, real quick, let's squeeze one more in.
Okay, this is really neat. I really like these. This is by Pivot Power, and basically these came out in the fall. and you can see they move. So this way you can basically plug almost anything you want in. But this is their newest, which is really the Mini. So it's a Pivot Power Mini, and these are by Quirky. These are people that have startups. You know, where basically, so watch what happens. You plug it into the wall, right? You have 2 AC plugs and 2 USB. So you can plug all of your electronics in here, and any laptop or any device that you need to charge there folds up, pushes in, and there you go. Look how small that is, so you can take it.
That's great. So
travel.
you can take it if you need, if you need more outlets somewhere.
Isn't that great?
That is very cool. Dr. Frank, more great stuff
Always.
as always. Thank you. All right, for more on all these products Dr. Frank showed us today, go to kdka.com/PTL. You'll find the details there. And be sure to watch next month when Dr. Frank's back with more from the Consumer Electronics Show. He'll be back on Tuesday, February 5th.